Attention, gentlemen. Our source on the island just made a critical discovery. The Constant has a poison chip embedded in his neck. A failsafe, in case he's compromised.
Damn it. We should have expected something like this. So, we subdue the Constant before he has time to react.
Not that simple. The device is remote-triggered, and during his stay on the island, 2 kill switches have been entrusted to twin sisters Zoe and Sophia Washington, 2 young, ambitious Providence operatives and newly appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Apparently, even the Constant is unaware of this arrangement.
Right, change of plans. We divide and conquer. 47 takes out the Washingtons, while I figure out a way to get the Constant off the island. It'll be tight, but once we're back at the ship, we should be able to surgically remove the chip before the partners have time to react. 47?
Tell me about the targets.
I know them from the archive. Zoe and Sophia's father is president of a powerful conservative think tank, one of Providence's prime assets. The apples don't fall far from the tree.
No saints either. According to ICA files, the twins are pampered socialites who get their kicks from treasure hunting. Commanding a band of trigger-happy mercenaries, Zoe and Sophia prowl the world in search for ancient relics. With little regard for local culture or even human life, they stop at nothing to claim their prize. Well, collateral damage they may be, but safe to say, they have it coming.
The Isle of Scale. Headquarters of the Ark Society. Founded by Janus in 1991, the Ark Society is the world's most exclusive club. Its plutocratic members fear the downfall of civilization, and they are willing to pay huge sums to ensure their own survival. Once a year, they gather here to shop the latest survival products and to showcase new initiatives and breakthroughs.
Right. These gatherings are shrouded in mystery, so we have limited intel on what to expect on the other side of the walls. The Washington twins are hosting their first annual gathering as chairwomen of the Ark Society, and the Constant is known to attend every year. Beyond that, you're on your own. Good luck, gentlemen. I dare say you're going to need it.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the final stretch of Hitman 2's base campaign. And boy, oh boy, if you thought me bumping off a banker back in Marrakesh made me happy, this is where the going gets good. But they aren't just going to hand it to us. This place is packed to bursting with security and hundreds of random bystanders besides. But it's fine. The challenge makes it all the sweeter.
Certain areas are off limits, including the keep, which houses the members area, convention space, and council meeting. Should you wish to apply for ARC membership, please be aware that such cannot be bought, only earned. All set? Excellent. Follow me, please.
So, what do you think?
Oh, you weren't kidding. This place is a pretty epic. Where are we anyway? What else? Yes. Zoe Washington, one of our newly appointed chairwomen, has prepared a brand new official ceremony
Let's imagine
scheduled
an
to take
invisible
place in
barrier
the
between
upper
me and you
courtyard.
that extends
A
out to
stirring ode
an
to
arm's length
rebirth
from me.
and the enduring
Let's
spirit
try and keep out of that
and
zone.
mind.
It's my personal space.
I believe that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy your evening. The bar is right up ahead.
Yeah, man, you're looking jacked. Now this is what I'm talking about.
Well, I'd say we're off to a good start.
Take an immediate left from this big open area and go up the causeway. Then left again to this little raised bit to get our first story.
What's with that weird bird effigy?
The annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah, rebirth. I get it.
Once the ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
Interesting. Zoe Washington is going to partake in a ceremony, symbolizing the downfall of civilization from which the Ark Society will emerge unscathed. Apparently, a giant phoenix-shaped effigy is set on fire, with Zoe inside it. Well, I suggest you locate this master of ceremonies who lights the Fire 47. If this doesn't sound like an accident waiting to happen, I don't know what does.
Oh boy! Hubris! I love hubris! Drop down to this grassy bit and sneak over to the door to listen in on exactly how we're gonna spoil the party.
I don't see nothing to worry about.
Are you kidding me? If the pressure drops just a bit, the locking mechanism fails and Miss Washington won't be able to escape. What sort of a maniac would lock herself inside a burning effigy without proper measures?
Same kind who repels into an ancient temple full of death traps and poisonous snakes.
Granted, but still.
Seriously, what do you care? If some filthy rich broad wants to flirt with danger to feel alive, I say let her. They pay for our silence, not our concern.
Yeah, I guess you're
All
right.
the money in the world and they can't afford basic safety measures.
Listen, you know construction. I need you to drop what you're doing and come take a look at the hydraulic lock for the Phoenix effigy. I don't know what kind of hack slapped this thing together, but we're basically a small shift in pressure away from the Wicker Man here. I know what you're gonna say. Stop being a busybody. But this is serious. Call me when you get this.
Whenever you're ready, turn off the generator to get the custodian away and drop the pressure. Now to trigger the actual event. Go through the back of the chapel and climb up this pipe outside. Then back down into the storage room.
You do it. Seriously, I'll pay you.
Me? You're the master of ceremonies.
I'm a multiple Tony award-winning playwright. And famously reclusive. It's part of my brand. I'll never go on the spot like this. Besides, I do chamber plays. Spectacle. What if people hate it? Shit, they're gonna hate it.
They won't hate it, Mr. Feniger. It's just entertainment.
Entertainment? Oh, good Lord, what have I done? How did I let her talk me into this?
Should I tell Miss Washington that you won't be going on stage? Everyone's waiting for you.
God, no. No, she frightens me. Just give me a moment to control my nerves.
All right, Mr. Feniger. Break a leg.
If you steal the schedule off the table, the MC will start to patrol the room searching for it. And it's the perfect time to grab him.
Mr. Feniger. Excellent, sir. The crowd was starting to get restless. Your peers are waiting by the stage, and the torch is ready by the money pit.
Feniger, thank Christ. Ready when you are.
Good to see you.
Just go down to the money pit to begin.
Who's this guy? Oh, must be the MOC.
A handsome pledge, and yet a drop in the ocean. Zoe Washington, the Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Excellent work, 47. Enjoy the spotlight.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few.
Hello? Excuse
Our
me.
founder, Janus,
Think you
showed
lost
us how to
something?
survive. But survival is not enough. We must live and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress, be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape.
Look at you, Vinegar. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her out.
Oh, right, shit. Okay, ready.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes. Not just to survive, but to live.
One target down. Nice work, Person. Next up, Sophia Washington.
Go back and grab your custodian's outfit, then head back up to the upper garden to catch word of what's going on behind the scenes.
Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block, the coal baron, would it?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Well, I happen to know he's on the council. He's one of the original 5, you know, the first people to fund the Ark Society back in '91. Plus, I just walked in on Sophia Washington screaming Block's name while beating up a pillow because she was properly pissed.
Jeez, must mean a lot to her. What's it about?
What am I, paparazzi? I just work for these assholes. Same as you.
Well, keep me posted, in case teeth start flying.
Can do.
Sophia Washington has called a council meeting between the original 5 members of the Ark Society. Sophia hopes to pass some sort of motion, but she faces stark opposition from ultra-conservative coal baron Jebediah Block. I suggest you find Mr. Block while the council is still in recess, 47. I suspect the headstrong Sophia will not take kindly to dissidents and troublemakers.
Now, to find Block, we're going to need to get up this big tower, which will require a raider costume. Drop down the pipe and into this control room here. Fiddle with the server until one of the raiders comes to investigate.
Iron Maiden up there. A real one, with actual spikes in it.
Oh, tell me about it. It belonged to the founder. Now, the Washingtons got rid of most of his stuff when they took over his office, but I guess the Maiden is here to stay.
Ugh, so morbid.
Well, it's purely ornamental, if that makes you feel any better. Iron Maidens were rarely used, if ever. It's really more of a gothic fantasy.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Now, why would you say that?
I just get these feelings sometimes.
Mr. Block. Living forever.
You look troubled.
Hey there. How you doing?
I know you, don't I? You're Janus's man.
I'm a friend of the Ark Society, yes. If I may be so bold, I heard about your predicament, and, well, I believe I may offer a fresh perspective.
Why not? Shoot.
All right. Say the world does collapse. The weather goes haywire, the poles melt, and the Ark Society heads off to a comfortable Arctic sanctuary, while the rest of civilization falls into chaos.
That's about the gist of it. Sounds great to me. No more needy assholes. Why wait?
Well, you do realize what kind of place it'll be, right?
What are you talking about?
100 or so people? No market, no economy, no social structures. It will be like a space colony. Everyone equal and dependent on each other. It will be egalitarian, sir. It will be, well, communist.
My God. That's what I paid almost $2 billion for? Why didn't anyone tell me sooner?
Merely food for thought, Mr. Block. Good night.
I need to, think.
Now, unfortunately, what you're meant to do is to drop some emetic poison into Block's drink, but I kinda wasted it on getting the MC. So enjoy this quick montage of me knocking out every raider up here. Once you're disguised as Block, go and reintroduce yourself to Sophia.
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
Well, well, look at you, Block. Finding your good sense and manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once. I knew you'd come around. You're a stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts at my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. Oh, greetings. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Well, who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote.
Well, you've certainly placed yourself at the crossroads of history. Nicely done, 47.
Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful, but all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Yay or nay, Block? Silence is consent.
Nay.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Nay.
Oh, for the love of... Ah, idiot.
Son of a...
Blocked. You stupid.
That's... 4 ayes and 1 nay. Jebediah Block vetoes the motion. This council is adjourned until further notice. Block. A word? Upstairs. Right. So, are you gonna tell me what the hell you're playing at?
Just looking out for number 1.
Don't be an idiot. There's no future in coal, Block. You have one choice. Go green or go extinct. Now, personally, I don't give a shit if you go the way of the dodo, but you are one of the Ark Society's biggest contributors. We'd hate to lose your business. Besides, if terrestrial coal goes under, who will pay for your children's survival? Your grandkids. After all, nobody says disaster will strike in our lifetime. You have a moral duty to stay rich, Block.
Nice try, but I don't have grandchildren.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Here's the deal, Block. My family and I, we serve a group of powerful individuals who prefer to stay anonymous. Letting the climate go to hell in a handbasket has served their interests well, but only up to a point. You see, they are sitting on some patents that'll knock your socks off. Weather control systems, recycling pollution as fuel, cold fusion, you name it. And they plan to make trillions protecting the world from the very threat they worked so hard to create. But to do so, they need you guys to quite literally stop fighting windmills.
Huh. The truth at last. And what's in it for Jebediah Block?
Gentlemen, please give me and Mr. Block a moment. I offered you a carrot. Now, here's the stick. We know about Montana, Block. The mine collapse in 2015. It would be a shame if the American public got wind of your somewhat creative approach to safety regulations. Your popularity ratings are just south of John Wilkes Booth as it is.
I see.
Both targets down. Impressive work.
Now what have we
and now
here?
to confront the constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to one of the boats in the harbor where it's quiet. You can use the kill switch to coerce it.
I think I will.
The Washingtons are dead. I have the kill switch.
What did you say? How could you know about that?
You will head towards the harbor. No sudden moves. No signs or warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Burnwood's assassin.
Move.
Partners no more, I take it. I had a notion something didn't sit right with my mentor's betrayal. You murdered him, I take it, to get to me.
Not just that. He had it coming.
Interesting. It was my impression that you were cured of such sentiment. The good doctor built his serum specifically to target the seats of your emotions. Has Miss Burnwood's sense of justice rubbed off on you, I wonder?
Just keep walking.
For what it's worth, Janus always found Ortmeyer's project distasteful, not to mention inefficient. But alas, sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt.
Oh, I know.
Washington is...
I take it this is not an ICA-sanctioned operation. What exactly does Miss Burnwood plan to achieve by targeting her clients? Violating her own code?
She's doing it for us.
For over a month.
All right there.
I have some of the world's most prominent
I
people
see.
waiting to pay him their last
Penny
respect.
drops.
I have the star.
I should have known. How does a man leave no trace? By not existing in the first place. Lucas Gray. Or was it Subject 6? He died when the Institute went up in flames, but no body was ever produced. And unlike you, his rage never faded. So, now you want the partners, the men behind the curtain who've caused you all this pain? Well, before you go knocking down a wall, you better make sure it's not load-bearing.
If walls like these are load-bearing, you've got some serious architectural problems. Consider this maintenance.
Enough talking. You'll do plenty of that later. We're here. Get on the boat.
Okay, I've got the poetics out of my system. Where were we? From the Piano Plaza, make a U-turn right to go into this little chill-out room.
Glad it's not me this year, chasing tokens around like a sucker.
I don't know. Looks kind of fun. Like Final Club all over again. How does it work?
The tokens are hidden throughout the castle, you know, like out-of-reach places like the ramparts. And the first initiate to collect enough tokens undergoes the polygraph test with the chairwoman. If you're deemed worthy, you get promoted to ARC member.
I could do that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Depends on your pain threshold, I guess. You see, Zoe Washington upped the stakes this year. Word is, she's brought an ECT device to the interview.
Wait, electroshock? But that's torture.
Some would call it therapeutic.
Wow, I knew the twins were hardcore, but this takes the cake. Count me out.
So, every year, aspiring ARC patrons compete in a treasure hunt to obtain membership status. The first initiate to collect enough tokens undergoes a private screening with Zoe Washington, which appears to involve a polygraph and electroshock device. I suggest you join the fray, 47. A private audience with one of our targets is just what we need.
The initiates are the ones in the white robes dressed like medieval village idiots.
Not now, Marco. I'm kind of in the middle of something.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You see, I have one of the tokens.
What? How did you...
What difference does it make? Look, the token is yours if you want it, but on one condition.
You serious? Name it.
Okay, here's the deal. I want a seat on the Titan ship, but I don't want to become an ARC member in order to get it. It's too much hassle and responsibility.
Wait, you want me to...
Buy a seat in my name, yeah.
No, sorry, Marco, but I can't. If they figure it out, we'll both get expelled.
They won't find out. Don't be a chicken, Paul.
No deal. Now stop bothering me. I'm behind as it is.
Paul is the easiest to get a hold of. Just spike his wine with the emetic poison that you can find in a nearby storage room. There are 30 tokens all told dotted around the castle. Detailing them all would drive me to drink. Thankfully, you only need 10. You can explore around and look for these little candles. Or various members of staff and the society itself will have one if you can knock them down. For example, let's go and talk to Marco.
Your proposal, I couldn't help but overhear.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, Mr.
Reaper, your friend wasn't interested, but I am.
Okay, let's talk. But not here. Follow me. Now, what is it exactly you think you heard?
You have a token, and you're willing to trade. So, let's trade.
I see. Awfully convenient. You showing up like this, wouldn't you say? How do I know you're not ARC administration?
I'm just looking to get ahead. Same as you.
No. This smells fishy. Find yourself another patsy.
And also, if you bump into one of the other ARC initiates, specifically this one who's wandering around the showrooms...
Well, feast your eyes on this. That's right. I got plenty of...
Yoink! The rest you will need to explore for, but thankfully it's not that difficult.
Good work, 47. You've got all the tokens needed to gain access to the initiation. I suggest you find your way to the screening room. There was an ornate door near the courtyard. Hand in your tokens there.
Initiate, let's see those tokens. Congratulations, Initiate. Now the real trial begins. Hey, Miss Washington. An Initiate has completed the treasure hunt. Yeah, understood. Bringing him to the interrogation room now. So, you think you got what it takes, Initiate? Think you got the stomach for what comes next?
I can hold my own.
Is that so? You some kind of tough guy?
Tough is for amateurs.
Oh, Miss Washington's gonna have a field day with you.
Welcome, Initiate. Take a seat. Good. Now pay attention. This is a polygraph machine hooked up to an ECT device. That's short for electroconvulsive therapy, and I assure you it packs quite a punch. In a moment, Ms. Zoe Washington is going to ask you a series of questions, and I suggest you answer truthfully, or the machine will know. Is that clear?
Very.
Good man.
Solid work, 47. Let's see if you can't turn this interrogation to your advantage.
So, you made it this far, Initiate, but now the real test begins. Is the machine operational?
The ECT device is set to medium voltage. I don't recommend going higher than that. This setup is still largely untested.
Well, as long as the initiate speaks the truth, we won't need to. Has my colleague explained the rules to you?
Exhaustively.
Good. Let's begin. And do not attempt to deceive me. First question. Are you the best in your field?
Yes.
He's not lying.
Very good. Now, are you willing to break the law if required?
Yes.
True. I see. And can you keep a cool head under pressure?
Yes.
Checks out.
Interesting. Well, you're just perfect, aren't you? Maybe a little too perfect. Are you a reporter working for the liberal media?
No.
He's not lying.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. Congratulations, Initiate. You have passed the test. Follow me. So, you'll need to dress the part. Over there's your new set of robes. Wear them with pride. You're one of us now.
Congratulations, Initiate. Or should I say, ARC member?
Yep, you're one of us now. Welcome to the big leagues.
Nice. Suits you. Okay, time to join your peers. Follow me. As a fully fledged ARC member, you'll have special privileges. First offer on our top suites and bunkers, early access, you name it. Would you like to be on the first ship to Titan? Well, you can now.
Fascinating.
Of course, with privilege comes responsibility. You are expected to invest in future projects approved by the Council and to donate to the Ark of Legacy.
Not a problem. I'm very accountable.
That's what I like to hear. In fact, a man as composed as yourself could prove useful in other matters. We should discuss the precise nature of your business, but that's for later. Just a little further now. Well, here we are. Goodbye, Initiate. And, welcome to the big leagues.
Now, if you can resist the urge to just garrot Zoe on the stairs, you can chain this into two others quite
down.
easily.
Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
From where Zoe drops you off, make a right to go outside to these standing stones.
I have been planning the Founders Week for over a month. I have some of the world's most prominent people waiting to pay him their last respects. I have the star of the Prague Philharmonic on stage, ready to play a blindfolded rendition of Schubert's Ave Maria on the harp, for God's sake. And you're telling me that you lost the sodding dagger?
I'm really sorry, ma'am. My team received no notification. You sure they didn't give you a crate number?
They did not give me a crate number. I was told you people would have it under control.
Fine, fine. I'll go and have another look.
See that you do. And when you do find it, bring it to the tower basement where the Founder's body's being kept. The mortician will handle things from there.
Oh, more pressure. Just what I need.
How'd it go? Did she tear you a new one?
Oh, just about.
So, what's your plan of action?
Well, I suppose I could just break open every single crate.
You could, but you'd risk harming the artifacts. How's your damage insurance?
Shit, yeah. Okay, so what's your bright idea?
I figured I'd just shoot down your dumb ones until you hit jackpot.
Nice. What's so special about this dagger, anyway?
It belonged to Tsar Nicholas. Legend goes it was used to stab Rasputin. Apparently, it's been in Janus's family's possession for generations. He donated it to the Ark of Legacy when the Ark Society was started. but his last will and testament specifically requests that he wears it for his wake.
Hey, wait a minute. How are they gonna know if the dagger's even in the coffin anyway? We could just slip the mortician a 50 to keep her mouth shut.
Open casket, Murray.
Are you serious? Janice died 2 months ago. What did they do, mummify him?
Not quite. It's called plastination. The mortician is a true artist. No, I'm sorry, but there's no way around it. We need that dagger.
Outstanding.
As we know, Zoe Washington will host Janus's wake. But now it seems an antique ceremonial dagger, which Janus is supposed to wear during the service, has gone missing from storage. I suggest you locate the disputed dagger, 47. This wake could be a chance to catch the target unaware.
Get yourself a custodian's outfit by any means, and head to the helipad. Then into this storage area and start cracking boxes until you find the dagger. This one's even easier, because there's only 9 boxes in the whole room. Bingo! And just like the nice lady said, Janus's body is in the basement of the big fancy tower where we had the council meeting.
There we are, Mr. Janus. Don't you look handsome? Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you died only yesterday. With a final touch of makeup, your burial mask, and ceremonial dagger, oh, why, you'll look like a king of old. My unique polymer treatment will preserve your body for millennia. Longer even than the pharaohs. Which reminds me, they should have brought the dagger down by now. I wonder what's keeping them. We can't very well display you before your fellows without your prize dagger, now can we? Miss Washington, I forget which one. She tells me it belongs to Tsar Nicholas and that it might have been.
Now I don't really know how you're meant to get Janus's robes on the quiet, so... buddy pile! They never saw it coming. Once you're in the robes, sneak around the back of the standing stones to signal the musician.
We're all set. Cue the music.
And once the guards have moved, hop into the casket.
You, playing dead? This takes me back. Good thinking, 47.
Who gave the signal? Everything seems to be in order. Suppose we move ahead. Thank you for coming, everyone. The service shall begin in a moment.
For coming. As Janus's successor, it falls upon me to say a few words. I'll keep it brief, for there is little I can say that does the man justice. Janus was our founder, and like all true visionaries, he was far ahead of the curve. While we, the privileged class, were blissfully toasting the end of history, Janus saw the writing on the wall. As a veteran of the Cold War, Janus knew better than anyone that when true disaster strikes, the rich are as damned as everyone else, unless we work together. Janus never got to see the collapse, but died peacefully in his sleep. And yet, what he started in 1991 will one day be hailed as the dawn of a new age. One where the best among us can thrive, uninhibited. This is Janus's legacy. Long live his memory. And now, you are welcome to pay the founder your last respects.
People
You had a
always
better
are.
run than most. Most successful spy in modern history. Oh, and that whole Jasper Knight incident was just brilliant.
He died the way
Anyway,
he lived.
Enjoy your
Let's
rest.
leave it at that.
You've earned it.
Now, why would they think you'd be capable of a thing like that?
Wow. So fierce looking even in death. That mortician is a genius. I totally believe that you once wrestled a brown bear to a tie. Anyway, Godspeed, Mr. Janus. Sorry I never knew you.
Goodbye, Janice. We won't forget you. Odd how you helped shape the 20th century, and yet nobody knows your name.
Das Vidania, old boy. You were always the best of us. I still can't believe I never got to beat you at chess.
So long, my dear. I can't believe you're gone. Last of the greats. I'll make sure those naive fools who've replaced you won't mess things up too bad. Don't you worry.
Goodbye, old friend. And thank you for everything. Rest assured, I will finish what you started.
So, here we are. You didn't want me and Sophia taking over. Fought us tooth and nail, but a fat lot of good it did you. The partners, they turned a deaf ear, and deep down, Janus, you know why. Because, for all your smarts, you're just rank and file. Pedestrian, middle-class blah. And we have the one thing merit can't buy. Blue blood.
Your blood looks plenty red from here.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
Winding back a little, from the members area we can get even higher up the social ladder. Upstairs from the members area is the architects area. Climb the pipe to get into the backstage area.
Oh my god!
And turn off the light to get a architect's robe. Now sneak into the security booth and check the raider's laptop.
Ah, here's something, 47. According to this email thread, Sophia Washington has recruited one of the architects in a plan to discredit the Constant. Sounds promising. Interesting. The poison chip in the Constant's neck was designed by a Kronstadt engineer, a Mr. Marek Sinclair, who also works for the Ark Society. Apparently, Sophia wants Sinclair to approach the Constant and offer to remove the chip. If the Constant takes the bait, Sophia can prove to the Providence partners that their top controller is not to be trusted. Sounds promising. I suggest you head over to the conference space, see if you can't locate Mr. Sinclair. 47. Olivia is trying to locate Mr. Sinclair's cell number. See if we can't contact him directly. Stand by. There. We have Sinclair's number. Making the call now. Keep your eyes peeled, 47.
Sinclair can be found either examining the exhibits or at the bar.
You're preparing for complete global collapse with a
I'm just
bunker
gonna
in
have
your
to stop you
backyard
right
and
there.
a bunch of
I'm
MREs.
perfectly happy
You're
with
not
my
seeing the
subscription
whole
and,
picture.
You're not even thinking about the big picture.
Oh, I was not aware
You
of
want
that.
a factor
But I'm still not interested.
extreme weather, wildfires, all
Right.
of that.
Okay, listen,
That's the
lady.
one
You're
chip
wasting
let's
my
go
time
slow
and
down
yours,
for
okay? Don't call this number again.
When he moves into the exhibit space, toggle the lights again to get him down and hidden, and then take the blueprint off his body.
Nice evening.
I suppose.
No robe, no mask. Which rank are you?
Oh, I'm more of an outside observer, Mr.
Name's Sinclair. I'm Chief Technical Designer at Quonset Industries.
The name rings a bell.
Here, I think it might interest you.
What's this?
I think you know. The chip in your neck is my design, which means I can override it for a price.
Most interesting. Meet me at the tower and be discreet. We can't be seen together.
Always am.
Mm-hmm. Good evening, sir. Please come in. Have a seat. It's lovely by the fireplace.
May I see those blueprints again, please? Interesting. All right, Mr. Sinclair. I'm listening.
Don't. In fact, forget all I said.
Excuse me?
This wasn't my idea. Sophia Washington. She's the one who told me to approach you. It's all a trap.
Go on.
I never asked why. I just went along because she's the boss.
And you're telling me this now? Why?
Let's just say I don't like to get my hands dirty.
I see. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Sinclair. You have been most helpful. Hang on for a moment.
Even to you.
Sophia, I need to see you at the tower. I'm sure you are, and no, it can't.
Nicely done, 47. This should put Sophia firmly in the doghouse.
I am sorry you got dragged into this. Sophia is spectacularly ambitious. Unfortunately, like most people of her ilk, she lacks humility and a sense of station.
And who are you, exactly?
A humble advisor. Nothing more.
Power without responsibility. Nothing humble about that.
You have my interest, Mr. Sinclair. I think we'll speak again. For now, you will excuse me.
All right, I'm here. Are you gonna tell me what's so damn important?
Ah, Sophia. I believe you know Mr. Sinclair.
We've met. What of it?
I don't blame you for trying, Sophia. Just for failing. Upstairs. Now.
You can follow the two upstairs through the window and up the pipe. This bathroom makes the perfect vantage point.
It's your word against mine.
That's your play. I recommended you and Zoe to the partners against my mentor's wishes because I saw something in you. And this is how you repay me? You think because the partners noticed you that you have their trust, their confidence. I have served them for decades, and you don't even know their names.
And yet, you're the one with a poison chip in your neck, and I'm the one holding the trigger.
You? They gave it to you.
Ouch. That's gotta sting. I mean, the Constant is like the voice of God, right? Only he speaks for the partners. Surely they wouldn't dream of undermining his authority. Only the partners are old school, aren't they? They recognize class, pedigree, birds of a feather, and all that. And you reek of middle class. You carry the stink of public transportation. And while you have spent decades climbing the corporate ladder, me and Zoe, we've got ourselves a private elevator and it goes straight to the top.
Don't fool yourself, Sophia. They may use you to punish me, but you're a tool, nothing more. And this pathetic ruse only shows me how much you have yet to learn.
I've said my piece. We're done here, boss.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47.
Back to the members area one more time, and in the next room over is this display area.
The Cloud Serpent. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years, until Blake Nathaniel unsealed the Serpent's tomb. Extraordinary.
It's a flipping necklace. Anyway, the Washington twins found it first. Way I hear it, Sophia literally has the necklace in her hand when Nathaniel repels from the ceiling, triggers this ancient death trap, and, you know, murder and mayhem ensues.
But I thought those two were lovers.
On and off. Currently way off, which explains the added security.
I don't follow.
Think about it. Why the need for an alarm system? We're all filthy rich. Except...
Ah, I see. Blake thinks Sophia might try and steal back the necklace before it's sealed in the Ark of the Legacy. Good grief. I want her among thieves, huh?
I'll say.
So, according to its charter, the Ark Society collects priceless art and historical artifacts in case of a global disaster. And this year, world-famous treasure hunter Blake Nathaniel has donated an Aztec necklace called the Cloud Serpent to the Ark Society's growing collection. However, Blake fears that Sophia Washington, his former lover and rival, who has hunted the Cloud Serpent for years, will attempt to steal it for herself before it goes into storage. Could be just the bait we need.
Ooh, a heist. This one is tricky, not just because of the security, but all of the random chumps just hanging around. Go upstairs to the balcony and knock out these two here to disable the camera and alarms. Then back down. Time your moment carefully to turn off the fuse boxes when the other members aren't looking, and snag the necklace.
Smooth, 47. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
Next up, disguising as Blake.
Wait a minute. Oh, that is just... Oh, the audacity of that woman. You!
Mr. Nathaniel?
What am I looking at?
Why, that's the... Oh my... But... it's gone. It can't be. The alarm, it...
Expertly disabled, I assume.
But... there was someone here the whole time. And besides, stealing from the Order? No Ark member would be so foolish or disrespectful. The patrons neither. Maybe one of the custodians took it to be polished.
Oh, no. I know exactly what happened. Or who happened.
You do? Who's the culprit?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Alright, I'll take care of this. Back to work. Or whatever the hell it is you do around here.
He'll be walking around checking his phone and getting various threatening messages from Sophia. The time I found best to grab him is when he stops in the lower gallery, and then drag him into the custodian's room or the bathroom.
Sophia.
Blake? I almost didn't recognize you without a knife in my back.
I messed up. I see that now. Can we talk?
This should be good. Follow me.
Now this is just absurd. I can understand two random guards not recognising one another, but Blake and Sophia have supposedly fucked! This is what happens when you're wearing sunglasses indoors at night, I suppose.
Excellent, 47. Let's give Sophia her heart's desire, shall we?
You've got 1 minute.
I did wrong by you, Sophia. I see that now, and I want to make amends. Here, this is rightfully yours.
Well, well. Look who comes crawling back. Leave us. You know, we lost 3 men because of you. Wickus was crushed by a rolling boulder. Jaco fell into a pit trap. And Zoe and me, we only escaped the arrows by using one of the local guides as a human shield. Now, this is a nice gesture, but it doesn't even begin to make amends.
I know. May I?
Fine, but not too tight. You know, I thought about sending the boys after you. Grab the necklace and cut your throat ear to ear. You probably wonder why I didn't. The truth is,
You beat us, Blake. I don't deny it. And I can't very well get even if you're dead. So, consider yourself warned.
And once again, Sniper Assassin is unfortunately a bit of a letdown. Head to the back of the chapel and climb that pipe. Then, instead of going down to where the MC can be found, head all the way to the top, to this little broken section of wall. Sophia's patrol will take her just past this open window for a split moment. And Zoe's will bring her right out into the open at the lower balcony. The only issue I can see one having here is the don't get spotted clause of the challenge, because security will turn into a beehive the moment you fire a shot. From minimal challenge to maximum scuff. Suit-only Silent Assassin here is a weird one. Normally with these you'll use one of the stories to your advantage, but not here. Head to the chapel again and climb up the ladder. Take the door to your left and sneak across the helipad to this lit up pipe and climb up to the stairway. Then up again to the window on the right. Wait patiently for Sophia to walk past the stairwell just outside and then turn on the radio to draw her in. Now back out and down again. Wait next to this box here. There's 2 guards that do a very long winding patrol around the entire castle. Hop into the box until they pass, and that'll give you plenty of time to wait next to this door for Zoe to come in. When she enters through the far end, drop the chandelier on her as she walks by. My best timing is to shoot on 3, starting from when the door opens. Now carefully take your leave through the chapel again, sneaking out via this little curtained area to avoid the guards. Thankfully, once you've done the constant escort once, you don't need to do it again. You can just leave. Good for us, not so good for the constant.
No! 47, that was our only lead on the partners. Abort mission.
Unfortunately, you can't do that. It just instant fails the mission. You do need him alive for the story. For now, at the very least, but we'll get him another time. Until then, I'll see you next time for the last 2 bonus missions of Hitman 2. Good night, and much love.
Mr. Edwards, still think this is maintenance?
Oh, Miss Burnwood, what have you done? Changing horses midstream? Truly unprofessional.
You know what we want.
Where is the carrot?
No carrot. You're useless to the partners. Compromised. Even if we let you live, you can never return. Why die protecting them?
When I can drag them down with me.
It's a bad hand, but it's all you've got.
Three families. That's all it took. The Ingrams, the Carlyles, the Stuyvesants. 3 dynasties secretly pooling their resources over generations, creating a singularity so dense that nothing escapes its gravity.
Never heard of them.
Well, they've heard of you. In fact, you just became the top of their agenda.
Go. We can't give them time to retaliate.
Don't take your eyes off him.
Be careful.
Well, Here we are again. I must admit I am disappointed, Miss Burnwood. I had such big plans for you.
Save it. I know the truth now. You're outplayed. You have nothing left to bargain with.
You were so certain, so sure of the people closest to you. He never fails, does he? He never misses his mark. You found a window into his past. And yet, something else remains hidden. A simple truth you learned long ago.
Diana!
Coming!
No one, Miss Burnwood, is untouchable.